on Local 3.
Okay, if you are lucky enough right now to be planning a wedding, first of all, congratulations. And second of all, hang in there, because we know it can be kind of tough. Dee Johnson is here again this morning. She has Tasteful Gatherings. Good to see you.
Oh, good to be back again.
So
Thank you.
If I could go back maybe and do it again, I would maybe think it would be fun to be an interior decorator. I love textiles. I love textures. I love layering. I'm not so sure I have the knowledge that I would need to create it, but I love the fun.
Yes.
And so do you.
I do, yes.
So every day you have a chance to talk with people who have a vision,
yes,
but they don't know how to bring it to life. That's what you do.
Right. So they'll come in and we'll do their consultation, a lot of times during the tasting. And they go into barns, sometimes blank space venues and things like that. And we'll discuss layering with draping, with linens, with tables, chairs, their dinnerware and all that. And when you get all of those elements into a space, you can take a blank space and make it beautiful.
Okay, so you were on last month because a lot of people did get engaged.
Yes, they did.
Around the holidays. So many people this morning might be thinking, okay, I haven't chosen my venue yet. I'd love to go here, but it's too industrial.
Right.
It doesn't have to be.
It does not, no. And I will even come out with you to your space and look at it with you and help you form a plan to make it your own and unique.
So how much of this has to be determined early on, Dee? Because some of it does?
It does, pretty much, because you have to, people are planning their weddings 6 months to a year out. And so things get booked up. And there's only so much of equipment that we have. So you want to get that on the calendar.
Oh, I see.
Yes,
so maybe you've chosen the venue, you sit down and you talk with Dee. I'm remembering now from when my daughter got married, because you think, oh, I want this certain display from my guest seating chart.
That's right.
You got to snag it.
You do, yeah.
Are arbors still a real big thing?
They are, yeah, for to go as a backdrop to the wedding ceremony. And what I see on those arbors are chiffon fabrics and flowers, beautiful flowers with your colors that, and you make them unique. My granddaughter actually got married at our building. It's not a venue, but it's a building, but we have a beautiful space out back. And we just put some really beautiful rugs out there for her and her arbor with her flowers and draping and stuff, and it was gorgeous.
I love the rug idea because that adds a different type of romance to it all. And you mentioned color. Some brides come in and they have their colors picked out.
They do.
There seems to be a trend now where they're kind of going with the neutral, like champagne, black and white.
We see that, but this year I'm also seeing jewel tones.
Really?
Yes, and a new one is like the mochas, coffee colors in all those tones. So that's really hot right now.
You also, though, not every wedding is going to have that kind of formal feel. Some people have a more fun atmosphere they're going for. Don't you have whiskey barrels that you bring in?
Yes, and you can do some fun things with whiskey barrels. You can turn it into a bar. You can take a door and put on top of 2 whiskey barrels and make it into a station on its own, make a drink station out of it, or you can put your bartender behind it, put some appetizers on it, lots of different things you can do with that.
I will go back in time to when my daughter got married. It's a lot to take in.
Yes, it is.
It's a lot of information coming at you at once. So having that trust factor is really important.
It is.
You are kind of the quarterback of the team at Tasteful Gatherings.
And I love that role. I really do. I love working with families to find out what it is that they're looking for and helping them source those things and finding out what their dream is and helping that come true.
I'm glad that you mentioned your granddaughter. We had not had that conversation before, but it can be kind of a tense time. Daughters have dreamed of this moment. Their mothers have dreamed of this moment. And sometimes you can get in the crosshairs with each other.
Yes.
You see it.
I do, and I can be a mediator there. I can really help them because the bride is the one that I'm focused on. But I also listen to mom and grandmother because they they're invested in this as well. And so there's a happy medium usually in that conversation.
Right. So the fact that you've walked it in your own family, I think speaks volumes. If you mentioned like the arsenal of things that you already have in inventory with your company. If somebody had their heart set on something, can you ever help them find it if you don't have it?
Absolutely. In fact, today I have a corporate client that needed a balloon arch.
Oh, wow.
And I don't do that, but I found someone that can help her. And so it's fun getting to do that for people too.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I know we're focusing on the bridal side of things because it is still the season, but really no matter who you are watching, maybe you're about to throw a retirement party for somebody, an anniversary party for somebody, but you want it elevated, you can help people no matter the size of the event.
Yes, I can.
Should they book with you, Dee, on the website, or should they call you?
Either one works. It really is most helpful to us to get those leads coming in from the website because it gives us a lot of information, and we can quickly send menus and information about what we offer and some pricing right off the bat. From that website. They have it in writing, they can print it off, they can compare it with other companies if they're doing that. But a phone call is welcome also.
If it is an initial conversation, do you encourage people, if they have items that are nostalgic to them, their grandmother's china or something that they want to include, bring it so you can see it yourself?
Yes, that's always helpful. It really is, because I might have something that complements that we can collaborate and make it beautiful.
And the real item always is better than a picture because the colors don't translate quite so well.
Not always.
Okay,
for
so
sure.
She's your quarterback with a smile on her face. You can find her at Tasteful Gatherings. She's up in Cleveland, right?
Well, Riceville, Cleveland, Calhoun area.
Okay. 716-2343. Your event really is going to be her office. TastefulGatherings.com.
An important message